everybody.
Hey, Terry, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Go for it, Pete. All you.
Terry, when you have a game like you did against the Steelers where you only have 2 catches, but then Ron is telling us that, you're taking so much attention away, so it opens things up for Logan and JD and players like that. Is that, somewhat of a good evolution for you, or maybe you aren't impacting the game stats-wise, but you are at least freeing other guys up?
Yeah, I feel like I've always felt like this, actually. It's a team sport, and the more guys you get involved is the more defenses have to account for. And in this particular game with the Steelers, they were shading some coverages, some double coverages here and there, but that leaves matchups for other guys like JD and Logan and Cam and Isaiah and Steve. So it leaves them one-on-one matchups for guys, and those are the ones that we had to capitalize on. So I felt like those guys did a really good job of picking us up as a group through the air. But it doesn't really deter me away having a game like that because, you have some of those tough days at the office, but when you got guys like we have who could pick up the slack and contribute even more so than some people anticipate, then that's when you're going to have even more success because so many people are touching the ball and having an impact.
Hey, Terry, you've been with Ron Rivera for about a year now, and what exactly have you learned from him as your head coach?
The one thing I feel like Coach Rivera is he's always going to shoot it to you straight as a player and as a team. So you're going to know where you stand with him at all times, which is it provides a certain amount of clarity that I feel like is necessary in this business that we're in to know what you're doing well, what you're not doing well, what's expected of you, and your role on this team. So that's the number one thing that stands out. And then just his confidence in this team and what we're building here and what he's trying to help us build here. I feel like we are really, making some momentum. But at the same time, he keeps things realistic. He takes things a day at a time, a practice at a time, a game at a time. And we don't look too far ahead. And, now that we've had a little bit of success recently, we're not going to look back and just hang our hat on what we've done. And we got to continue to get better.
Hey, Terry, back to the first topic about that you were something of a decoy to some degree in the last game, and people were able to get open sort of off of that. You said you understand it's a team sport, so you're cool with that. A lot of people at your position are not that way. That's always the diva position, receiver. What do you think what are they missing, or what are you seeing that is maybe out of whack somewhat with how we view that position at times?
I can't really speak on somebody else's situation and their personality, but from myself, I've always believed that football is the ultimate team sport. And, coming into this season, while I knew I was going to have to pick up a bigger role, I didn't think that minimized anybody else's ability to make plays on this team. And I have complete trust and confidence in the guys who are out there with me making plays. It's not just about me. It's not just about, my stats and the success that I'm going to have on the field. In actuality, everybody having success and so many guys touching the ball and being dynamic and making plays actually helps out me and just our whole offense as a whole, because you can't necessarily key on one person or two people. We have a multitude of people who can make plays at a high level. So, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to continue to have us winning, to be honest. You know what I mean? Statistically, that didn't really matter because we won the game. Now, granted, there's some opportunities I feel like I left on the field that I got to do a better job of. You never know those type of games where you may get a little extra attention. You have to make it the most of the few opportunities that you do get. So I'm going to work on doing a better job of that going forward. And, I feel like we have a lot of guys that can make really plays, which is exciting.
I'll take a couple more for Terry.
Hey, Terry, John Kine.
Go ahead, John.
Sorry, go ahead, Nikki.
No.
All right. Go ahead, Nikki. I'll go ahead.
Terry, did you expect that going into the Pittsburgh game? Did you kind of expect them to play you that way?
I knew they had a really good defense, obviously. They're very highly ranked. They're really well coached. And, I know I've had some experience with Ike being my coach. So you could say that was a factor, but you never really go into the game knowing what's going to happen. Some formations they played that we thought that I was going to have positions to make plays in. They played a little different than we anticipated. But I feel like, with Coach Turner and Alex, guys who have been around and seen a lot of football, they were able to make adjustments on the fly, and guys were able to step up, seeing that maybe a little bit more attention was on myself. You got guys like Cam who are leading our room, Logan who's having big games. You got the guys that we have coming out the backfield. I mean, when you just have people spreading the ball out and making opportunities for other people, if that's what I have to do to take the attention away from the other guys, then that's what I'm be willing to do.
Hey, Terry, John Kine, I'm curious, the loss with Antonio Gibson not playing Sunday, what does that do to the offense?
We lose a little bit of the dynamic ability that Antonio brings to our offense, both passing in and catching the ball and running the ball. But I feel like the way that Peyton runs the ball, that really downhill attack, that physicality, and that change of pace that we have JD, I feel like that picks up the slack, and those guys are ready. The nice thing about it is they've been integrated throughout the season, so it's not like they're coming cold off the bench and expected to pick up the slack. But we'd be lying if we say we wouldn't miss Antonio, but we definitely have the guys capable to help pick us up this week.
All right.
Go ahead.
I get one more? Okay. Terry, how important is that 1,000-yard mark to you? I know you were close last year. I know you're really close now. Do you give it much thought?
I mean, you hear a lot of 1,000 yards considered, and it puts you kind of in an elite company. And, coming into the season, I didn't really think of a goal stat-wise that I had. But, as the season gets closer, obviously, you want to have as many opportunities to put yourself in the best situation to be successful. And I feel like I've done that as an individual. This team has helped me with that. Coach Turner and Hoss try to put me in the best situation to be successful. And, I think it'd be cool to have 1,000 yards, but it's even cooler to keep winning and have a chance to win the division. So, like I said, if I have to have games like that last week for us to continue to win and take attention off other guys, then that's what I'm going to do. But at the end of the day, whatever opportunities I do get, whether it's 10 opportunities, 2 opportunities, I have to make the best of them. And that's what I'm really focused on doing going forward.
Hey, Terry, do you notice a change with Ron Rivera? For most of your time here, he had been dealing with those cancer treatments. Right. Now he's not anymore. Do you notice a difference in him at practice? What sort of things do you see maybe that he could do now that he couldn't do before?
He's able to probably be a little bit more vocal. I mean, at the end of the day, he wasn't doing a whole lot of yelling when he was going through his treatments, and he's still not a yeller. I'm not going to say he's a yeller, but you could definitely tell he has more energy. But at the end of the day, Coach Rivera did a really good job of making it seem like everything was status quo and just like our regular week routine leading up to games. And I feel like that's a testament to him as a coach and as a man to be able to put himself aside, even though he had the opportunities to step back and put the team first. I mean, I've said that so many times, when you have that out of your leader and that clarity that he gives and that confidence that he gives us, I feel like that really matriculates throughout the rest of our team.
Thanks, Terry.
Appreciate you guys.